Today's video is going to be my paranormal experiences because I've actually had quite a couple. That includes dreams, like actual sightings, noises, and moving objects. So yeah, let's get into it. Start off with me being in 8th grade. Okay, it started off when I woke up in the morning. In the morning, this was when I was in middle school, 8th grade. So I would get up at 7 o'clock and leave at 8 o'clock. My brother was already gone by the time I would get up. My sister was asleep because she was out of high school already. So she would be asleep in the room. So I was pretty much up by myself and house by myself. My mom worked the day shift, so she was not there either for around that time. So it was pretty much like I was in the house by myself. Even though my sister was there, she was in the room sleeping, so it was like I was by myself. I woke up that morning. Actually, it was a couple of times where I woke up and, okay, never mind. That's for the future, like I'll get to it. So I woke up that morning and I just feel like, you ever feel like somebody's just watching you? Or you're just like, and I remember I was in the mirror doing my makeup in the bathroom. And the thing with my house at that time, we have, because our bathroom, it's like you walk in from the hallway. This is a hallway, and then to the side right here was another hallway leading to my mom's room. And there was a wall that you could see. So this is the hallway, that's the hallway, and there's the wall right here. And our bathroom was straight right here, and in the window, in the mirror, there was a mirror here and a mirror on that wall right there. So in both mirrors, actually, you can see this wall right here. And every time you were looking straight into the mirror, it's like you could see a shadow standing at that wall. And it was creepy. Like, I was always looking over my shoulder, always. And that day, I just felt like I was being watched. That's where I thought my sister came out the room and was walking around the living room or something. And I swear it sounded like someone was walking towards me. I didn't hear footprints or anything. It just felt like it, like they were just going towards me. So I was freaking out, and I was at the sink, and I kept looking back into the hallway, and I swear, I'm not even joking. Something pushed me into the sink. Like, I was freaking out, like trying to scoop closer to the sink because I was like, oh my gosh, they're like coming, but there was nobody right there, and I got shoved into the sink, and I was like, oh, I don't even know what I did. I think I just sat there and I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I did. And that was so creepy, and I think I just went on with doing whatever makeup I did. And then later, when I was about to leave, like 8 o'clock, I was kind of creeped out to leave too, because I felt like that entire hour I was just being watched. I know I've probably said that a million times by now, but it was just so crazy because I'd never felt like that before. And so I was leaving my house, and I walked down my hallway to go down this stairwell because I lived in an apartment, and I walked down the hallway to go down the stairwell, and I got to like maybe the last 5 or 6 steps. So it's one of those stairwells that you go down and then you turn and you go down some more. And I was like up like right at the bottom of the staircase, and I swear the top door had already closed. It did not reopen. I swear, I was at the bottom walking down. I heard someone coming down the stairs. I heard the actual footsteps on the stairs up top. And I swear I bolted. I was gone. I was gone. I ran all the way down. I jumped down the rest of the stairs, ran all the way down the hallway, out the front gate, jumped down the stairs, saw my friend outside, and I just was like, no, but somebody was following me. I don't know what the heck it was, I don't know who it was, but it was freaking creepy. And I told my mom about it later that day, and my mom was like, yeah, I see that shadow in the hallway too. So I was like, so I'm not crazy. It like really is something probably there. And ever since we had that conversation, like out loud, because we were in our house obviously, um, the shadow did not appear in the hallway anymore. Ever since we had the conversation, like, I was like, yeah, I see it sometimes too. And then I was in the mirror, like, putting chapstick on or something, and my mom stood right where the shadow was standing. And I was like, and she was standing there like that, and I was like, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, that's what it be doing, right? Like, that's what it stands like that. And I was like, shut up, yes. And she's like, yeah, I see it all the time. But when I look, it's nothing there. And I was like, yes, yes, nothing there. So that was like kind of the first encounter. I kind of, the first time, I was like scared out of my wits, but it was like not as scary as the second time. So the first time, I'll tell you, I woke up. Me and my brother went to the same school. When I was in 9th grade, he was in 12th grade, so we went to the same high school. So we wake up at the same time. And when I woke up, and I was always the first one out the room because I always took a shower first, and I walked out the room to go in the living room to turn the TV on and the light on, whatever, because that was just the thing that we did. And I walked out of my room into the hallway, and I looked dead at the TV and saw a white orb in front of it. It was like it was on the television. I at first thought it was like the television, but my TV is like matte black when it's off. It's not like the shiny screen when it's off. It's like matte. So even if there's some kind of reflection of light coming from outside, it wouldn't show on the TV because it wouldn't. It's matte. Like, it's not gonna show. There's no shine on it to reflect. So I was just staring at it, and I was just like, I was like stuck there staring at the TV, the white orb. It looked like really white and really creamy. It wasn't like see-through or anything. It looked like a ball of milk, like just floating in front of the TV. And so I was like, what the heck? And I was looking at my window because we have like a huge window to our balcony that was right there. So I was looking, seeing if like there were any cracks in the blinds or anything that would be reflecting on it, even though I kind of knew it wasn't gonna be that. And I like walked back into the room, and I was like, Marcus, come see this. That's my brother. I was like, come see this. There's something on the TV. And I swear, that was only like 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Then we walked out, and there was nothing there. That, my friends, is the moment my heart dropped, because I was like, I just saw something. And I'm not crazy. I know what I saw. And now it's gone. What happened to it? The next, like, that was like pretty scary. The next day, I was scared to walk out of my room because I was scared to see it again in front of the TV. Like maybe a couple of days passed, and I forgot about it. And lo and behold, I walked out of my room one day, and it was there again. So I kind of, the second time was scarier because as soon as I saw it, my heart dropped, and I was scared, and I ran back into the room, and I was like, no. And then my brother walked out, and it was fine. And then I heard him turn the TV on. So I came out of the room, and I was like, did you see that thing in front of the TV? And he was like, what thing? I was like, it was like a white ball in front of the TV. And he was like, and it wasn't like a tiny little orb. It was like a ball that was like this big. It was like that big. About that big in front of the TV. And my TV was, I don't know how big my TV was at the time. But yeah, and he was like, there was nothing there. What are you talking about? And so now that was the second time my brother thought I was probably losing my mind. That was probably, I think that only had happened maybe 2 or 3 times. Third time, if it did happen, probably it was the same experience. I probably just ran and turned the light on really fast. And then it disappeared by the time I turned around. So, I don't know. But there's another time where I came home from school one day, and all of my family was there. My mom, my sister, my brother was there. And I woke up. I took a nap after school because that's what we did in high school. And I woke up on the couch, and like I think someone was on the computer. My mom, my sister, my brother, one of them was on the computer, and the other 2 were like sitting on the couch watching TV with me. And I fell asleep, and I woke up. Nobody was there, and I was home alone. Actually, correction. my brother was playing video games on the PlayStation, on his PlayStation. Someone was on the computer and someone else was doing whatever they were doing. And I woke up and I was by myself and I was like, it wasn't like really suspicious or anything. I wasn't scared or like a creepy thing to wake up to an empty house because I don't know why. So I was just like, whatever, and I sat up on the couch and I turned to look at the TV and there was like white foam all over the screen. Like it looked like foam. It looked like a mist. Like it looked like the orb consistency, like a ball of milk with like translucent sides. Like it kind of faded on the sides, like it was like see-through kind of, but the middle was opaque. And so, but it was like that all over the screen, like, and I was like, what's going on? And I kind of like walked up to it, just staring at it, and then I realized that in that like weird kind of form, and I'm not BSing, it was a freaking eye, like it was an eyeball, like, and it looked mad, like it was side-eyeing me or something, and it was just one eye, and it was just staring, and then like there was an eye that was like kind of tilted, and then on the side of the mist, it looked like there was a hand doing like this, like just doing that. So it was like a hand and an eye, like right like that, and I was like, that's weird. Like, was it watching me sleep? Like, and I have no idea. Like, and I just looked at it. My brother was probably playing his game, one of his like weird Final Fantasy games or whatever kind of game, and he probably paused it, and then it's like in the middle of a glitch or something. Maybe the game glitched. That's what I was thinking, that it was like a glitch. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna turn to regular TV. So you know how you have to take the cords out of the back of the TV and put the cords in for regular TV to turn it to TV instead of the video game format. So I took the plugs out of the back of the TV and I looked back at the TV. It was still there. I put the other black cords, so the PlayStation cords, they're black, and you know, it's like the yellow, red, and the white, and then the TV ones was black too, the cord was black too, so it's easy to confuse them. And so I took the cords out thinking that it was the video game cords, because my brother was playing when I went to sleep, and I put the other cords in thinking that it was the television cords. I looked back at the screen after I put the cords in, and the foam was like, the fog was still there. And I was like, maybe it was the other cords. And let me tell you, I did try and turn the channel before I took the cords out, because I was thinking, like, I don't know what I was thinking. I just tried to turn the channel because I don't know. And it didn't turn the channel. So I took the cords out and I took them back out because I was like, maybe I had the right cords in, but maybe it's on a weird channel. So I put the cords back in, the exact same cords that were in the first place, and I backed up and it was like, what? And it literally disappeared before my eyes. It was quiet for like 3 seconds and then the TV shut on. And like television started playing, like the news or something. And I was like, so the TV cords were in the whole time. And I did not turn the channel because I had just put the cords in. And the TV just shut on. Like it just turned on, didn't shut on, it turned on. So I was like, how creepy, like. And like a couple of minutes later, I think my mom came home and I told her about it, and she didn't really believe me. There also was another time, there's a lot of things that happened with me seeing like the white mist on the TV. There were a couple of times, actually it was pretty frequent, when I would see the white orb on the wall in my kitchen. And it was like kind of weird because it would just sit there. And so I'll tell you about that one. I came home from school and I got on the computer, and I was just, rolling in the spinny chair, and I turned and seen this white orb on the wall. And I thought, being that I saw the orbs on the TV and whatnot, I was like, is that another orb? And I was like, maybe it's just a reflection from the wall. Like, maybe it's just the sunlight. And I sat there and watched it, and I looked at it, and it literally was getting smaller before my eyes. But when you stare at something and you don't really blink and like the surroundings start to disappear, I was literally staring at it, so I couldn't tell if it was actually shrinking. But it obviously was, because it was about that big on the wall. And then by the time, it did disappear, like literally right before my eyes. Not like, oop, and then it was gone. It literally was like shrinking like that. And then it went to a smaller ball and then disappeared into the wall. So I thought that it was just the sun setting. And I was just like, yeah, the sun's just, but the sun doesn't set in a circle, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't do that. It'll go down off the wall, if anything. So I was like, whatever, I don't know, I kind of brushed that off, because by then I had a whole bunch of paranormal things happen to me that was just weird, so I kind of wasn't too scared, but it did, like, startle me, so the other time, it happened, I think, one more time, and then there was a third time. My mom was sleeping on the couch, and I had came home from school again, and I was sitting at the computer again, and I turned around and seen the orb on the wall, and I ran over to my mom on the couch, and I was like, Mom, look! And she looked at the orb on the wall, and I swear it was disappearing really fast. Like, it did the same thing, but it didn't like go shoo. It did, like before, it was really, really, really slow, to a point where you couldn't really tell that it was shrinking. But this time, it was literally like going probably like that fast. And my mom was like, where's it going? Where's it going? Like, about to fall off the couch. And I was like, I don't know, because her room is on the other side of that kitchen wall. So it was like, I think she was freaking out that it was probably disappearing through the wall into her room. And she was like, where is it going? I was like, I don't know. And she literally was just like, as soon as it disappeared, she was just like, huh. And she laid back down and went to sleep. And I was like, are you kidding me? She's like, it's just the sun setting. It was just the sun. And I was like, yeah, because the sun sets going like that. Okay. That was like, yeah. So those times happened. There was also another time where I was getting out of the shower, and I opened the whatever, and saw a little orb flying. It was like a tiny little baby orb though, and it was just like a little tiny one, and it went into my radio and disappeared, because my radio was sitting on top of my toilet, and it just disappeared into the radio. And I didn't really think anything of it, because it was really tiny, and it didn't seem like it was bothering me. It was just, and then it disappeared. And so that was that. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Like, I have other paranormal experience stories, so if you'd like to hear them, then just like the video, I guess. Give it a like and subscribe so you can come back and see more of my paranormal creepy stuff, because some creepy stuff has actually happened to me. Something in my eye. Just comment or like the video if you want to see more videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.